a year ago, I was just giving money to people to make money for me. Whereas now I can make money for me.
These kind of platforms, you can basically say that you can get rich fast, but think about it, you can get poor faster, okay?
Yeah.
And that's not cool.
It's just so easy to buy and then sell stock.
To say young investors are excited about Robinhood, no, not that Robinhood, this Robinhood, would be a complete understatement. The stock trading app is hot. Among millennials and Gen Zers who are buying and selling stocks, it has a really devoted following.
I stumbled upon it last year. One of my soldiers actually told me about it. He's like, hey, sir, do you want to check this app out? I was like, well, what's this app? And he's like, it's called Robinhood.
This stock is popular with investors who tend to be younger on the platforms like Robinhood.
Robinhood is a platform so that you can trade individual stocks, you can buy stocks, you can sell stocks, you can make money, you can lose money.
Online trading apps aren't new. Companies like E-Trade have been around for years, but Robinhood had one really cool feature that set it apart from the others: zero trading fees. This, along with the app's user experience, has made it a favorite for new investors. I'm one of those investors. I stumbled upon the app about 2 years ago, like many others, through a friend at work. I spoke with Shalom, a first lieutenant in the US Army, about his experience with the app as a young investor.
So at the beginning, I would make $10 and I'd be like, oh, let me sell it. But now it's more of leaving stock in and seeing it precipitously grow.
I figured it was time to catch up with an expert. So I caught up with the Vice Dean for Graduate Business Programs at the University of Miami, Henrik Kronqvist. I wanted to get his take on young people and new investors and them getting their hands dirty in the stock market right from their phones.
It's very difficult for most of us to have information that is superior to the professionals that are on Wall Street, that sit close to the market in New York. So if you look at it from a scientific perspective, the evidence is that sort of day traders, people like you and me, we trade a little bit on the side using an online trading platform. The evidence is that we tend to not do so well.
I had a buddy who was like, bro, you got to invest in Hertz. And I was like, have you looked at, they're going bankrupt.
With its low cost of entry and ease of use, many young people have learned the hard way what many seasoned traders already know: investing. Especially when it comes to day trading. It could be unpredictable and risky.
And nobody really knows exactly what it's going to mean, and all of that uncertainty certainly is a sell signal.
However, for everyday people, the app has sparked an interest in the stock market, how the economy works, and alternative ways to make money, especially at a time when people's incomes are in flux.
I know more about stocks, and I know more about the market than I did a year ago. And it forces you every day to read up on what's going on in the world. And so that's a positive thing, I think. It'll get millennials and the new generation engaged in what's going on in their surroundings.
Technology is helping to drive down the price for consumers and for individual investors. That's the positive side. The flip side of that is, of course, that now that it is lower cost, people, might engage in relatively more trading. And that also, opens up the possibility of losing money. It is risky.
I think that there are many positive aspects to it, but like you mentioned before with the marginal lending, I think you're going to get a lot of kids in trouble, right? Obviously there was this kid who saw that he lost like $700,000 and he committed suicide. So I think that they're getting a little bit too aggressive.
For some young investors, the temptation to take on even more risk beyond simple stock trades has made headlines. Last month, a University of Nebraska student who took up Robinhood during the pandemic ended up taking his own life after looking at his phone and seeing a negative cash balance of over $700,000. The details surrounding his exact trade actions were not shared by Robinhood, but the trading app has since issued a response to the tragedy and pledged to make significant changes to the trading platform. Despite some of the negative aspects to trading with limited experience, many users, including myself, see the app as a tool that has changed our perspective on money. Also, how I engage with the US economy and businesses, But most importantly, it's forced me to think harder about my financial future.
The first thing that I ask a lot of soldiers is, what are you doing about retirement? Retirement, sir, I'm 19 years old. I don't give a crap about retirement. It's a forethought in their minds. They don't think of 40 years from now. They don't think 30 years from now.
We need to do a better job in helping, young people out with respect to how to manage their money.
I'm thinking of our financial future. We're about to have a child, so I'm thinking of my child's future. I'm thinking of my children's future, and how I can, assist in what's known as generational wealth.
I wanted to talk to Robinhood about their services, popularity, and how it's changing investing, but they declined the interview. While the app is easy, investing is not.
If it was so easy, we would have a lot more Warren Buffetts out there than we do. After all, there's only one Warren Buffett.